101.92. I'm going to need a couple seconds like the hoarders of the toilet paper couple of seconds. You know what I'm talking about?
I found some today, by the way.
Did you get some toilet paper
I got
today?
lucky.
Good for you. So you got the ass we pay.
I'm
good.
I'm right as rain this week. It's going to be a good week in the Sixero household.
So the 2 seconds that I took to talk to the hoarders of the toilet paper, I'm going to need here for this
take it.
101.92 victory because it was on the road in Utah, second half of back-to-backs against a Utah team that had won 5 in a row. It's a big boy win that the Raptors, you know what? It's more than a big boy win. I have watched sports for 44 years. I've been in this business for 20 years now. You and I, Sid Sixero, have seen a lot of garbage. We have seen some of the greatest to ever play the game, right? MJ and Wayne, Braun and Mario, Kobe, dare I say Mike Trout. Whoever you want to put into this mix, we have seen a great generation of players.
Aki Berg.
Such
a great player.
And I say this with all sincerity. This edition of the Raptors might be the toughest team I have ever seen in my life. I mean, courageous. Absolutely never give up. Fight till there is no fight left. And even then, walk with confidence. I mean, seriously. A top 4 team in the Western Conference last night. They are healthy. You are not. You lost one of the best stories on your team 2 minutes into that game. Just 5 games after he returned. The reigning and defending Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Second half of back-to-backs on the road. Did I mention on the road? Second half back-to-backs?
On the road, a.k.a. not at home.
Seriously. This is just ho-hum. I couldn't sleep last night. Closest thing I could come to thinking of something of what the Toronto Raptors are doing right now. 1993 Montreal Canadiens.
Sacre bleu.
And their heart showing as they won 10 OT games. You threw me off with the Sacre bleu. Sacre bleu blanc.
Pardon-le-moi.
All right. 10 OT wins to win the cup. That's what that 93 team did. But they had Patrick Waugh. This Raptor team has had its core together. They've been healthy. Healthy this year, Sid Sixero, for all of 5 games. 5 games this year. They have had their entire team together, and they are second in the East with 46 wins. And, oh, yeah, they lost the Finals MVP and one of the top 3, 4, 2 players in the world? Kawhi Leonard?
I'd say top 3.
All right. And yet they stand here. This might be the easiest team ever to root for.
Push
Did
through.
you ask for this?
No, it was suggested, but I didn't say no to it. Go ahead, continue.
It's because they embody everything you want from your team, top on down. I kind of like it. I'm enjoying it. I'm embracing it.
Preach on it.
From Masai Ujiri and where he came from to Chris Boucher and all points in between. Think about it. They've never stopped fighting. Not Masai, not Boucher, not from Saint-Hubert in Montreal to the NBA from North Philly's finest. Enough said. North Philly! To a head coach that started 30 years ago in Derby of the illustrious and now defunct British Basketball League.
That team sucked, man.
From once fat Marc Gasol, just Pow's portly younger brother. Do you remember when he was fat?
I'm not going to throw stones.
To Toronto's son of the Congo, Serge Ibaka, youngest of 18 children, caught in war. That's real. You could cut Karina Barana for a second. Caught in war in his native land. Bring it back up.
That was a great cut.
My guy went to France.
What a cut. Whew.
My guy taught himself Spanish in Spain to follow his dreams.
Si, senor.
And don't get me started on what OG went through last year. Yet, there they are again, standing, fighting. A 46 win, 46. That's one less than any of the glory year Vince Carter teams ever had. Imagine that. Up until 5 years ago, the gold standard for any Raptors team was the Vince Carter-led team. they had one more win than this ragtag group of undrafted free agents from the bottom of the first round finds, man. The top pick on this team, the top draft pick on this Raptors squad is Stanley Johnson. Stanley bleepin' Johnson.
Who?
Stanley
Who is it?
bleeping Johnson.
Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. Loop.
No Michael Wiscotti. Thank you. No Bird to DJ.
No problem.
No Big Three. No Magic. Just worthy, kids. Worthy because all they do is fight. And if you're not willing to fight, you don't play. Ask Stanley Bleepin' Johnson.
Who?
In fact, I could argue that they make all that fighting look too easy when actually it's the exact opposite, which is why I needed the full stop before the playoffs, before the madness comes, before the people lose track of what an absolute joy it is to watch this team go to work. And that's what this team does. They go to work each and every night. They go to work. Look around. It doesn't happen that much. Take it from Uncle Timpy. Appreciate it. Enjoy it because it does not come along all that often. I have no idea what any of this means in the playoffs. I just know that they'll fight. And all you need to do is take the time to look at this Raptors team to realize winning is always possible if you never stop fighting. Winning is always possible if you never stop fighting. What happened? I just blacked
That's how you do it. That's how you debate. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim McCall.
I wasn't planning on the Karina Burana part of that.
No, it's nice. It's a nice ad from everyone in the back. It was a nice ad. Nice job there. It was nice.
So they fight hard.
I think they're out. I think they're out in the second round. No, I'm kidding. I just wanted to add a negative that made no sense after that. You were clearly inspired watching that last night. You were not the. A lot of us. I gotta say, Raptor fans out there watching or listening to this.
Is that just it though? Is it just that they fight?
Here's what they do. Here's what they do. They are so sure of their system. They are so sure of who they are. It doesn't matter who's out there because they're going to play the same way with the same work ethic, with the same defensive intensity most nights, with the same commitment to each other. Like, Tim, there was a couple nights ago in Sacramento, it looked like Kyle and Serge were kind of having a little go at each other. You know what? They forgot about it. Go win the game. Families fight. They do the same thing night in, night out. The league as a whole didn't see it coming before the season. I don't know how many people are seeing it right now. But Boston's fading in that East. The Raptors are securing second with each passing day. And I still think the NBA doesn't know what you and I have seen night in, night out. They don't know what's coming again, man. They have no idea.
When you say systems, like, I feel like you're even diminishing it. Like, every one of those guys on this, I've been wondering for a while when I was going to use Stanley Johnson's the top draft pick on this team. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to, listen, we saw it last year. I didn't know what it meant. And I finally figured out what it means. It means that every single person on this team, from Masai Ujiri, who had to pay his own way as an unpaid scout, to Chris Boucher from the kitchen of the Saint Hubert, they all fight. Like, go through the entire lineup. They are all fighters. And I think it's like, you can say, Norm, Fred, all of them. Like, Freddie didn't even get drafted. Bet on myself. Yeah, easy to say. Every team has draft pick after draft pick in the lottery. Every team that you watch every night is trying to do the same thing with better guys, quote unquote. And I think it's just that they have fighters. I think that's what I've come to the conclusion with.